Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurame Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Om Ganganapate Namaha Om Shri Sadgurubhyo Namaha Shri Hanumate Namaha Om Namo Narayanaya. Welcome to Nitya Satsang. Today is the 21st of February 2025. I want to offer my prostrations to all the great sages and to Bhagavan Paramatma residing in the heart of every single being. We have been examining the Upanishads, specifically the Mandukya Upanishad, verse number 1. Along those lines, we have been looking at many different aspects of how to awaken into the realization of Akshara Brahma. Every day that we are alive is a gift of God. It is a blessing. The gratitude, as we say, attitude of gratitude. So much gratitude and grace is there. Jab hot Bhagwan ki krupa, tab hot santon ka sang. Sant samagam, sant ke sang. What we are doing every single day, going through these scriptures, listening to all these different ideas. This is the extraordinary Santa Parampara. Aur unka sang hum roj karte hai, in some form or another, one way or another. That is a grace of God. Because it doesn't happen in life. In life, there are a million other things everybody wants to do, and then they live their life that way, and then the body is gone. But Jivan mein is sharir, man, pran, indriya. If we use all that is given for satsanga, for connection with Parameshwar, for connection with the supreme reality, for higher living, higher contemplation, higher development of our internal world, then that is the best and ultimate use of the mind, body, brain, this Manushya Sharira. Otherwise, it is mostly blown away in Vishaya Bhoga. As I mentioned, we mentioned it yesterday, day before yesterday, there are 4 classifications of human beings. Pamar, Vishayi, Mumukshu, and Mukta. It's not a criticism of anybody. It's a fact. That's what it is. Most of humanity is in the first 2 categories, Pamar and Vishay. Pamar meaning completely just, there's no sense of what life is about. Vishay Bhog is the second one actually, but they're just, not doing much of anything. And just living somehow, doing whatever. There's no development inside. You see? And there, many of them are harming humanity. They're of the lowest category of the Jivatma. I mean, Jivatma is the same, but their sanskar is such. They have given a human body. But what were they before they got this human body? You see, so some of them have come directly from the Narka Loka and come into, that's why they cause all the problems. And then some have come from the Rajogun. Manushya Yoni mein se hi, they keep coming back. And the very few are in that top 2 category, Mumukshu and Mukta. You see, there's a big picture here. That's how it goes. You see, so be very careful of the people in this world. Kisi ke saath bandhan nahi rakhna. Not a single person, not a single body, not any animal, not any tree, not any person, not anything. These things are all false as far as Vedanta is concerned. Even this, our own body, ये हमारा स्वरूप है ही नहीं. It is a cover only. It is just a form that keeps changing in Prakriti. So किसी के साथ बंधन बिल्कुल नहीं रखना. That is called Param Vairagya. And सब में परमात्मा है. That is Param Jnana. भगवान का अस्तित्व सब जगह है. ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वम. Bodies come and go, come and go, come and go. So many Jivatma, they're on their own track. And they have to live out their karmas. They are making new karmas. And most 99% are just trapped inside this sansar. Unke saath kya lena dena? Don't bother with anybody in this world. This worth not bothering with anybody. Now, who is saying this? Bhagavan Krishna himself is saying this. In which verse? Verse number 2 of chapter 12. See the verse very carefully. The Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Mayaveshamano emam Nitya yukta upasate shraddhaya parayopetasте me yukta tamamataha. भगवान क्या कहते हैं इसमें? You keep your mind in me. Not a single verse is there in the Bhagavad Gita or even in the New Testament that says you keep your attention on anybody in this world. Love all, serve all, wish well for all. As necessary, interact in the best possible way, in whichever way that we can. Zero attachment towards anybody. कोई हमारा है ही नहीं. गुणातीतानंद स्वामी जी कहते हैं, प्रकृति पुरुष सुधी राखना पड़ेगा. You've heard me say this. Rakh means, when the body is burnt, the ash. He says that packets of ash all the way up to Prakriti and Purush. Milky Way galaxy, Andromeda galaxy, galaxy clusters, packets of ash. That's all they are. They're there for some time and they're gone. They're there for some time, maybe it's billions of years, then they're gone. Nothing is eternal inside Prakriti. Shashvatam, Shantam, that is Brahman. That is eternal. And that eternal reality is the essence of who we are. Millions of mothers and fathers we have gone through. Can you imagine? We think of our mother, our father, our sisters, our immediate family. Of course, there's love. Ishavasya midam sarvam. Yan vasudeva kutumbakam. Everybody's my family. Yeah, functionally we say, yeah, this is because the human society has created that. There's so much attraction, attachment, and they say blood is thicker than water. Of course. That itself will cause millions of rebirths. Same, the Jivatma will be stuck. They're stuck with each other. They're stuck with each other because of karmic connection. Bhagwan Krishna कहते get stuck with me. No, don't get stuck with anybody else. So this is not the kind of jnana that one spouts out just anywhere, everywhere. No. ये अंतर में रखना है. That's why Sri Krishna Paramatma kya, this is a secret knowledge. In the Gita, although it's an open secret, it's like that. It becomes a secret knowledge. You don't share this with anybody. That's not something that to be discussed. Even in satsang we talk about it. It's okay. But otherwise, अंतर में ही रखना है. Most of ज्ञान जो ज्ञानी है वो उनका ज्ञान बताते नहीं है किसी को. You know why that is? Because people are not in that state of realization to accept that or to understand that or to even digest it. So with love and affection, interact, recognize where others are. On that basis, interact. You cannot take like what Sachin is speaking here. I will not talk about these things in just with anybody. No, absolutely not. किसके साथ किस प्रकार की बात करनी है? With love and God is present in all, no doubt. But किसी का अवगुण नहीं लेना. Don't think one is something greater because of all this jnana. That's not the case also. सब एक ही है. Nonetheless, certain truths like this are scary to people. Like, my God, that nobody's mind. Everything is... Because the mind doesn't know how to handle. It's not mature enough. The maturity has to be there. Then you can handle something extraordinary. Even if this jnana is there, it is it has to be kept within a certain range. The best analogy I can think of is the control room of a nuclear generating station. Nuclear power plant is there. They have these, they have a massive control room there. You can see it on the YouTube there, show you the videos. And those operators are trained for so many years, which buttons to push, what not to do. If they're not careful, that reaction will go out of control. It's like this. ये जो भगवद गीता के एक सिद्धांत है, उपनिषद के it's like nuclear bombs. That's what they are. Each one. Each statement of the Bhagavad Gita is like a nuclear bomb. It's a massive bomb that throws ignorance out completely. But you cannot throw that bomb on other people. Throw it on yourself and be enlightened. It's not a bomb actually, but it is a jnana. Jnana is such that it does not allow any ignorance to remain. And that स्थिति, ये जो how can we say this type, this mai avesha mano imam, that the mind is absorbed inside God, then that same Paramatma is present in all. That much is absolutely true. But this notion that absolutely nobody's mind, how difficult that is. Even for 1 minute, we cannot think that. Can you imagine? Sit in front of the murti of Sri Krishna Bhagwan. कभी मंदिर में जाना कि घर में मंदिर है, भगवान की मूर्ति जो है, शिव जी की मूर्ति, देवी की मूर्ति, इष्ट देवता, परमात्मा का जो स्वरूप आपको प्रिय है, उनके साथ बैठना कि तुम सत्य हो और कुछ नहीं सत्य, आत्मा सत्य और तुम सत्य, एवरीथिंग एल्स इज ऐश. This is Vairagya. This is Dhyan. We do bhajan, bhakti, manan, chintan, kirtan. Those are all beginning steps. There's a step further to sit with the Lord. And this is nothing difficult. There's nothing what's so hard about this. This is the sadhana for today. Sit with the Ishtadi, Murti rakhna. Bhagwan ke jo sant hai, sabko namaskar karna. Diya rakhna. Have a small incense stick. And ज्ञान मुद्रा, दिस इज द ज्ञान मुद्रा, वो रखना कि मैं ज्ञानी हूं, मुझ में पूर्ण वैराग्य है, पूर्ण भक्ति है, पूर्ण संत के गुण है. Don't identify with deficiency. Identify with wholeness. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Identify with the Purna Bhav. That is me. और मेरा कौन है? Everything is mine. Everyone is mine. Without any boundary. Even though the boundary is there functionally, it's just an interactional boundary. Like when I speak to my mother, I say, "Hi mom, how are you?" This and that. Yes. But when a Jnani speaks to his mother, what does he say? When a Jnani speaks to his father or her father, there is no mother, there is no father, there is no brother, there is no body even. Ye sharir bhi nahi hai. There is no limitation of any kind. There is the only Paramatma. And that same Paramatma is present. So even though we're speaking as usual, but antar mein koi bandhan nahi hai. You see how evolved this is? This is the evolution from inside into an unbounded state of interaction. The interaction is the same conversation Sachin can have with some relative. But the Atma doesn't have any relative. Atma is never even born. There's no birth or death to the Atma. There's no creation or destruction of the Atma. The Atma is Chaitanya. The Atma has taken on bodies upon bodies upon bodies and has mistakenly believed that these people are mine. This is mine. This is mine. This is yours. This is mine. It is mistakenly believed that. That is why Bhagwan Krishna in chapter 12, Bhakti Yoga, verse number 2, beautifully states, Mai avesha mano imam nitya yukta upasate. Nitya upasana. Upasana kiski karni hai? Kiske saath vritti rakhni hai? With whom to connect? Life is about connection. Yes, we love all. We want to, of course that is there. But that is the beautiful bridge between bhakti and vairagya. Bhakti is love, pure love, absolute love. And vairagya is total retraction from all internal entanglements into limited states. That is vairagya. It's a marriage between bhakti and vairagya. And when that marriage happens inside, that is nothing but ananda. It is maha ananda. Then as a minor side effect, I'll tell you what happens. Sachin will mention it to you. Minor side effect. Minor, very minor. All family relations get cleaned up. Not a single disturbance remains in the family. Mind-body connection becomes beautiful. Health becomes excellent. Exactly the right amount of food is eaten. right interaction with everybody. किसी के साथ बंधन ही नहीं है. And the interaction is out of love and affection. कोई लेना देना ही नहीं किसी के साथ. So there's no so with all the pressure, tension, negativity, all the chaos inside completely gone. मेरा कोई है ही नहीं. मेरा कौन है? भगवान है. That's it. Completely. And वो भगवान सब में है. So what is the interaction? It is a non-divisive, non-fragmented, loving, caring, beneficial, useful, extremely loving and very, very liberating interaction with all. This is just a minor side effect of the marriage between Bhakti and Vairagya. It's a marriage between the two. They get married inside. So then when you see anyone, the first truth there is that Paramatma is present there. जो भगवान की जो उपासना हम करते हैं, मयि आवेश मनोयमाम नित्य युक्ता उपासते, that Paramatma is present there. And then the interaction is something you will see. It's very difficult to describe. इसमें चमत्कार क्या है? It is some divya bhav hai isme. There's the other people's disturbances do not enter inside. In fact, the presence of such a holy saint who has Vairagya and Bhakti fully developed from within, that liberates whoever gets in touch. That impacts the others right away. इसमें अहंकार नहीं है, that's why. अहम भावी नहीं है. And that power, the energy that comes in that, is of an extraordinary energy. That is the Shakti within Bhakti. That is the Shakti within Jnana and Vairagya. That is the Shakti, the interaction with others is so fantastic. And one can see by the grace of Bhagavan, by the grace of the great sages, the nature of Maya and entanglement, where the binding is. One can see the binding. It's not taking fault with anybody. It is to perceive the binding in the sansar that almost everybody is bound somewhere. And you wish well for all to be liberated. This is the activity of saintly individuals, of those who are evolved. They can see completely what is the binding. They are not getting stuck in the binding. And at the same time, wishing well for all, serving all in the right way without getting bound yourself. If a firefighter goes into a burning house, has to make sure that person doesn't get burned inside there also, becomes part of the fire. The purpose of the firefighter and the fire engine and all that is to put out the fire, the burning house, and save people. This is not to get charcoal inside there. This is Vairagya and Jnana. So when we interact with all, the purpose is to not become part of this fire that is the jungle and the fire. It's a massive fire in the forest that is this sansar. Itna pain hai isme, don't ask. Sukh thoda hai, pain maximum. This is sansar. We recognize this fact. And so pull out of that, go into it with a tremendous protection, the armor of satsang. And with that, Bhagwan ke saath keep the link so that when the body goes away, there is no coming back into the sansar. The goal of satsanga is to break out of the Brahmand into mukta state, not to come back again as somebody's child in somebody's womb again somewhere in the 9 months and to come back. It'll happen right away. It'll happen if we don't realize this vairagyam and jnanam, these amazing qualities. Then the Jivatma, wherever it is attracted to, bound, Bhagwan Krishna Swayam kehte, I will put that person right there. In the Gita, it is very clear. Wherever you are wanting to go, that is where you will go. Mere paas aana hai, you come to me. Bhagwan kehte. You want to go to your relatives, jo pitru lok hai, other lokas, all that, you go there. किसके साथ जाना है, कहाँ जाना है, what is the destination? Think of it, it's like a train. Let me just close with this point. If you're traveling on a train, you have a destination to get off the train at a destination. That should be clear. What is the destination of this life? Each day that goes by, is this body going to go? Yes. But what? But that's not the end. There's getting off of this station. What is the next? वचनामृत में लिखा है इन गरुड़ा प्रथम वन ओनली, जो भगवान के जो भक्त है वो भगवान के धाम में जाते हैं अर्ची मार्ग द्वारा. अर्ची इज अ path of light from this place into the divine abode. वहां जाना है. Not to come back drown into the ocean of transmigration. भवसंभव भीति भेदनम सुखसंपत करुणा निकेतनम व्रतदान तपक्रिया फलम सहजानंद गुरुम भजे सदा. So with that, let's stop here for now. Om ध्यानमूलं गुरुर्मूर्ति मंत्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं पूजामूलं गुरुर्पदं मोक्षमूलं गुरुर्कृपा. तमेव माता च पिता तमेव बन्धुश्च सखा तमेव विद्या द्रविणं तमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव. दिव्यलिंगाय नमः, ऊर्ध्वलिंगाय नमः, आनंदलिंगाय नमः, द्वादश ज्योतिर्लिंगाय नमो नमः. नमः शिवाय, नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय. ओम ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे स्वाहा. ओम दुर्गे रक्षिणी ठ स्वाहा. ओम श्री दुर्गार्पणमस्तु. ओम श्री राधा कृष्णार्पणमस्तु.